And the last thing I want to show you is arrays. Remember I had said that arrays are not so important nowadays inside of Java because we mostly use collections, which we're going to get to in a later module, but you still need to know what an array is, and occasionally you will still have to use an array. An array is basically just a way that we can have a list of a size that we know of some variables, and we can give that list a name. And so I've got an example here where I am declaring an array of numbers. You can see here I use this special syntax with these brackets here. This is the type. This means I have an array type of integers. And then I've called it numbers. And I'm assigning it, and you have to use this syntax of new int, and I specified the length. So the length here is going to be 10. So this is going to create an array of 10 integers. Once you've created your array, you can assign the different values in the array. So in this case, I'm assigning numbers 0 equal to 5 and numbers 1 equal to 8. Now, this is 0 index, so what that means is that within this array, it's going to be 10 numbers starting at 0, so 0 through 9. And I haven't initialized all of them, I've just declared 2 of them, but we can get those values out of the array. What you're using here is a special syntax called an indexer, and this allows you to index into the array in Java. So let's go ahead and print out some values of the array to see what they are now. So I can use this print line again, and I'm just going to print numbers 0, and we're expecting that should be equal to 5. And you can see it's printed 5 here. If we checked numbers 1, we would see that was equal to 8. And what do you think will happen if we choose numbers 2? We haven't declared it here. You see that it is actually equal to 0 because it initializes as the default value for an integer is 0. So that's it. That's an array. You can also notice here that we're using an array already in our main entry point into our application. The strings that come in, this is an array of strings, are the command line arguments that come in if you're to run this program from the command line. Now, one important thing about an array in Java is that once you've created this array of a size of 10, it cannot be resized. You'll have to create a new array and then reassign the numbers in that array. So this is one of the reasons why typically nowadays arrays aren't used as much as collections, which can be resized. You can have basically arrays that are dynamic in size using a collection. But it's important to know what an array is, and occasionally you will still have to use an array when programming in Java.